ein Intellektual, unehrlicher Propagandist kann der Gesellschaft nicht beibringen. Intellectually dishonest propagandists can't teach the society anything. Please, stick with me. I will explain. So take a look at this. This is supposed to be a panel discussion on the 4th of February on the 52nd independence. But more importantly, I want you to take a look at the people who are having that panel discussion. It is riddled with socialist Marxist radical leftists and their sympathizers. These are the people, okay, who are having that discussion about the 52nd independence. All in the name of the Grenada Coalition for the Zone of Peace. These are the people. So once you see this panel discussion is being done with an agenda. And they're trying to frame this as some sort of, protecting the sovereignty and security of Grenada. Y'all just know about protecting the sovereignty and security of Grenada? Now look at these people on the panel. Look at these people. So y'all now know that the sovereignty and security of Grenada should be protected. If you guys were so concerned about protecting the sovereignty and security of Grenada, why didn't you advise as big intellectuals? Why didn't you advise before the fact, before pressure was applied? Why didn't you advise the current administration to stay to heck out of major geopolitical events in the Caribbean? Just maybe that might have been the smart thing to do. But no, after the fact, you guys coming as some big intellectuals now. Huh? How about why you didn't advise the current administration? You guys are supposed to have pull with them, right? Why didn't you advise them to not offer themselves up as some big interlocutor in the middle of high stakes global geopolitics? But you guys are the big intellectuals, right? You are the big think tanks, right? After the fact, you're the big think tanks now, right? Wow. Wow. Yeah, so take a look at the people on this panel. Do you think that they are going to give a fair assessment or give Sir Eric Matthew Gary his dues in the role that he played in actually delivering independence to Grenada? People on this panel were anti-Gary. So just imagine the sort of discussion that these people are going to have. They are going to use that platform to promote the socialist Marxist leftist agenda and as an opportunity to proselytize the socialist Marxist agenda. This is what this panel discussion will be about. So when I tell you that socialist Marxist radical leftists and the cohorts, okay, and the sympathizers have hijacked intellectual thought in Grenada, that, my friends, is not an exaggeration. So they're going to frame this independence, and that's what they do. As I told you before in one of the other videos, they hijack every significant event in the history of Grenada and incorporate it in the socialist Marxist mythology. So they're going to say, or they're going to frame this independence as some socialist Marxist revolutionary struggle against the British. So again, they're going to take credit indirectly. And these people, they're slick. Okay? They're slick. That is why they use these two intellectuals, Dr. this and Dr. that, to promote, okay, their narrative. You think they're going to give Sir Eric Matthew Gary the credit that is due to him? You think they're going to be willing to be intellectually honest in this panel discussion? To actually show how instrumental Sir Eric Matthew Gary was in securing independence for Grenada? No! As I said, they're going to frame this as some sort of revolutionary struggle. They're going to talk in generalities. They're not going to be specific to show the impact Sir Eric Matthew Gary had and the hard work he did in standing up for independence for Grenada. They're not going to do that. So I strongly suggest, if you don't want to be riddled with propaganda, stay away from that panel discussion. Stay away from it. Because all these people on that panel are a bunch of radical leftists, or they're sympathizers of radical leftists. So as I have said, these socialist Marxist radical leftists have basically surrounded, controlled, and hijacked intellectual thought in Grenada. And they're quick to run in front and say, oh, we're going to have a panel discussion on independence. You're having a panel discussion on independence, and you litter the panel with all socialist Marxists, radical leftists, or their sympathizers? No one with an alternative thought on that panel? You've got to be kidding me. That is so brazen. So, let's teach them a lesson. Stay away from the propagandist, intellectually dishonest panel discussion. Let the people who can be honest about Sir Eric Matthew Gary's contribution to independence, let them discuss our independence.
Sky so